Hey, what's up guys? I hope you're all fantastic. I want to thank you for clicking in to see this review of Aquaman, directed by James Wan, starring Jason Momoa. It's a wild character to try and adapt to a solo live action film, but I definitely think Wan pulled it off, so I'm going to give you my positives and my negatives overall, and I'm going to let you know if this was a cinematic experience that was needed to be seen on the big screen. So, let's get started. We did get our first full look at Aquaman back in Justice League, but this is his origin story, telling us about Arthur Curry, a boy that was born from a human father and an Atlantean mother. Curry basically grows up like any other normal kid would, despite being fully aware of the abilities that he has, and now that he's grown, not only does he learn that he has these powers, but that he is also the heir to the underwater world of Atlantis, which is a throne his ruthless half-brother is attempting to take over for his own agendas. Now, I don't think it's a secret that Aquaman has been a running joke for years as kind of being the laughable hero. I definitely think that in the world of movies nowadays, superheroes, both male and female, need to feel legitimate and imposing, something that many versions of the Aquaman character in the comics just lacked from a visual aspect. A great way to fix that is casting Jason Momoa. Suddenly the first obstacle has been solved. The other was creating a film that would capture his underwater world enough to create a rich origin story, and it's something that I have to say Wan pulled off with this movie. This was not a grounded superhero movie at all. It was over the top. It was loaded with spectacle and vibrant characters and creatures, and I gotta tell you, I honestly loved it. It swept me up and it pulled me into the world of the story to let me really get to know this character that I never had before, as well as learning about his powers. It was filled with personality, from the design to the dialogue to the performances. It was a perfect blend of cheesiness and self-awareness, and I thought the combination was just fun and absolutely engaging. One of the biggest concerns I had with this one going in was the special effects and just how they would look overall, but I have to say this was a visually stunning film with countless moments that just had my eyes simply wide open in awe, to be honest. But not all the CGI was flawless, though. There were some scenes here and there that really did remind me of the Star Wars prequels, both in design and with some noticeable green screen work. There were also some flaws at times with the de-aging process to some of the characters. There were some noticeable scenes where the lighting was just kind of off a little bit to give the entire thing kind of a fake look, but I don't think these moments hindered the enjoyment of the movie overall, because honestly there were just so many other instances of just flawless visual crafting to make up for it. The action sequences were stunning, they were adrenaline pumping, they were absolutely climactic, they were definitely inventive, and I loved all of them. I think James Wan's direction was fantastic. The camera just always felt like it was in the right place at the right time to frame up the shots in a very cinematic way, from the lighting of the backdrops to the angles that he chose to capture certain scenes and the way he maneuvers the characters about. I think Wan was able to just perfectly create a seamless flow of highly immersive visuals that pulled me in and completely captured my imagination. The action set pieces were massive in scope, the fight scenes were very intense and climactic, the dramatic sections of the story had some heart to them, even the cheesiness had a campy awareness to it visually, and it was all just captured beautifully from Wan. It felt like I was honestly just watching Star Wars underwater, and I thought it was a great time and really a fresh experience from a comic book movie. Having characters that are living and conversing underwater is not easy to pull off and make it look good, but I think the result in this one was absolutely impressive. I thoroughly enjoyed all the cast performances as well. I thought Momoa was fantastic. He has that needed charm to him. He does a ton of his own stunts, which gives Wan a ton of freedoms with the camera. He definitely gives the hero the gusto that he needs to shed away that reputation, and I'm excited to see more of him in this role. I think Amber Heard, she was great as well. She brought a ton of effort needed to really pull off this character type. She left an imprint on the movie, but at the same time, her role kind of just felt very similar to other character types that we've seen before, and it just didn't really stand out to me. Willem Dafoe, Nicole Kidman, Patrick Wilson, Dolph Lundgren, I thought they were all great additions as well. Wilson as King Orm definitely had his moments. Some of his dialogue was a little over melodramatic, definitely, and it kind of shows in the performance at times, but I think Wilson overall pulled it off nicely. I also really liked Manta in this one, but I would have liked to also see him get more of a unique story arc than what he got. I just loved the scenes that he was in, and it just had me wanting more because I thought Abdul Mateen was great in the role. And another hindrance to me was honestly the length. At nearly 2.5 hours, it was a little bit long at times. I appreciate the story for showing attention to detail and wanting to build both an origin story and just really a sufficient focal plot line to follow, but there are some lulls that could have been trimmed up here and there a bit to keep the pace a little bit more continual than it was. I mean, I never got bored, but there were just certain scenes that just didn't move the story forward, and when these built onto each other, the length just became a little bit fatiguing in the end just a bit. But overall, I would consider this film a major win and a huge step forward for DC on the big screen to build off of the success that they had with Wonder Woman, and I gotta give Aquaman 90% on the entertainment meter. The artistic appeal in this movie was just overflowing from start to finish, and I had a great time with it. I think it definitely did the character some justice. It went all in on capturing the fantastical world of an often mocked hero, and in the end it turned Aquaman from being the seahorse riding joke to a full-fledged badass. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. I would love to hear from you all. Here are some links to some recent reviews just in case you missed them. The link to my official website, all my social media and merchandise store links are going to be down in the description below. And in the event, me talking to you guys about movies every couple days is not enough Anthony in your life, I now have a second YouTube channel with a growing collection of non-movie related content for you guys to check out, and I'll see you guys next time.